Hello and welcome back. We're going to be looking at conditional execution in today's lecture. Now, in order for us to write useful programs, we almost always need the ability to check conditions and change the behavior of the program accordingly. Alright, now conditional statements give us this ability. The simplest form of conditional statement is the if statement. Okay, and here is the flowchart for the if statement. So it looks at a condition. If the condition is true, it runs whatever code we have in our if statement. Alright, but if the condition is not true, it just avoids the if statement entirely and continues. Alright, so let's look at an example of this. So let me say, for instance, if you want to go to the bar, the legal drinking age is 18. Okay, now if I say age is equals to, let's say, 12, for example, I would also say that if age is greater than or equals to 18, okay, then I want to print here you are with your beer. Alright, but if now I will then say, after this if statement, I'll say print goodbye. Okay, now if I run this, you would see that it simply tells me goodbye because the age I put in is 12, which is less than 18. But if I put something like 19 and run this, you see that it's going to give me here you are with your beer. Okay, then it says goodbye. So if the condition is not met, this statement will not be printed out. But once the condition is met, then the statement will be printed out. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is the if-else statement. If a condition hasn't been satisfied, so if a condition is true, the if statement will be printed out. If it is false, the else statement will be printed out. So let's look at this. So using our example, if let's say you want to give the person water, so if the person is less than 18, you want to give the person water. So I'll say else print you may have some water. Okay, so I just don't simply want to send the person out. I say you might have some water. So if I run this, it will print here you are with your beer. But if I reduce the age to something like 12, to then print out you may have some water. Alright, print out you may have some water and still print out goodbye. So you may have some water. Goodbye. Alright. So the next thing I'm going to look at is change conditions. Okay, change conditions. And change conditions is there might be a situation whereby you have multiple scenarios. For instance, a teacher grading the students, for example, you want to say that if the student got above 70, you give an excellent. If the student got within 45 to 69, you give a pass. Then if the student got lower than 45, you give a fail. Alright, so how we do that in Python is with the if statement. So this is just like saying else if. Okay, so the elif statement is very important. So while only one of the if or else clauses will execute, you may have a case where you want one or many possible clauses to execute. The elif statement is an else if statement that allows or that always follows an if or another elif statement. It provides another condition that is checked only if all of the previous conditions were false. Okay? Only if all the previous conditions were false. And here is the table for that. So we see that here x is less than y. If that is true, statement A. But if that is false, it will check statement B. Okay? And statement B now is that is x greater than y. If it is true, statement B will be printed out. If not, it goes to the else statement. Okay, so let's look at that. So let's clear this here. We will simply say that score is equals to, let's say 67 for now. And I will say that if score is greater than or equals to 70, then I want to print excellent. Alright, but elif, so we're going to use the elif statement. So elif the score is greater than or equals to 45. Okay, I want to print pass. Else I want to print fail. Alright, so if I run this, it's going to give me pass because currently I have the value of 67. So you see that if I run this, it gives me pass. So if I use a value, let's say 80, it's going to give me excellent. Alright, and if I use a value lower, so let's say I use 40 for example, it's going to give me fail. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this class on the conditional statements. In our next class, we're going to be looking at loops. Take care, have a nice one.